Five, in three, two, one. There we go. Hey, everybody. Good to see you here on this Friday night. I've got a bunch of packages here. There's a ton of theme park news. We've got chaos that has just gone on here as well, and all sorts of other fun stuff. Looking forward to having a great stream tonight. Please let me know too if you see any issues with the stream. I'm watching the comments. We've had some interesting internet stuff, but fingers crossed it will be going well. And let's get ready to have some fun. Well, excited that everything seems to be working. Wednesday night, we were actually streaming from my church service from here due to some various things, and it was just stuttering and buffering, and it got real interesting. So we had to switch deals. So my phone's actually sitting here ready just in case, but so far it looks good. Lots of theme park news. We just had a real fun deal. If you've followed my stuff, you know that I had some kittens here for a while that came from a stray cat that has adopted us and wants to be a house cat really, really bad, but just isn't. Very sweet thing. Well, about 10 minutes ago, she was meowing a whole ton, wanted attention, and my wife finally stepped outside to see what was going on. And she's out there with a present for her. She caught a bird. And my wife is already a little bit like, I don't know about this cat. And it was quite amusing, let's just say. So there's a sketchy looking guy in the middle of the screen. I'm not even in black and white, let alone pencil. And so, but excited. A number of things going on this week. We've had some parks open up. In fact, if you've been watching the channel, is the sound a bit off? Okay, tell you what, I was wondering, I've got the microphone in a different spot. Let me try this and see if that helps you at all, Mike. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you. We went to Silver Dollar City Monday, did the video out there, had a good time. We were only there for a few hours. And yesterday, we get a notice from our local health department that covers our county and the one next door that, sure enough, there was somebody out at Silver Dollar City who has COVID, was symptomatic, which means they knew that they had a chance of having it. Went to the park anyways, apparently didn't have the fever and got in. And so, yeah, my daughter and I are kind of like, great. We're pretty sure we did not get exposed because we wore the masks, we kept our distance. We really didn't get near anybody if we didn't have to. So we're pretty sure we were safe. Didn't ride anything really just because we were checking everything out. So we're pretty sure we're good. But there have been some other reports coming out. NFL's getting ready. They're starting their informal training camps. And lo and behold, there's a number of players that have been exposed and are testing positive, and just all sorts of stuff. Florida, of course, if you've been watching the news there, the cases are spiking hard right as they are starting to open the parks. So a lot of it's going to be a wait and see. Disney, in their effort to be extremely safe, just announced yesterday that the Halloween parties, the Mickey's Not So Scary, which is probably my favorite event at Disney, they've canceled that this year. They're making changes to the Magic Bands and actually doing a lot more on the phone app. So if you do stay at a Disney resort, starting next year, you're not going to get a free Magic Band anymore. You can still buy them, you can still use them, but you won't be getting it free. But you'll be able to do more on your app, actually, with it. And then they've canceled the Villains Party that they were doing. That is also off now. And then, of course, all the limits and everything else. So there's been a number of things that parks are having to scale back. No fireworks at any of the parks, no parades, nothing that's going to make people kind of gathered around. It was interesting being at Silver Dollar City. We had a good time. Watched the Saloon Show, which is my favorite show at Silver Dollar City. It's not even in the saloon. They've actually moved it outside to one of the outdoor stages, so that way even the performers can have space, which was very interesting to see. A couple new people in it, but fun show, but not quite the same, with a much smaller audience that's spaced out and having a hard time making noise. So yeah, and see, I've got Craig here being a boo bird. So no, Eric, he's not booing me. He's actually booing the bad news about the cancellations and the shows being different and all of that kind of bit. And yeah, and Smiley Bunny kind of brings up the one thing is, with all of these different cancellations and restrictions and stuff, it really does make you kind of question, okay, is it worth going? Robert's asking, do I think that the Christmas party will be canceled? If I was a betting person, I would put money on that. I really would. And just knowing that my daughter and I were out there at Silver Dollar City at a point where we could have very easily been exposed. That was, yeah, I mean, that it's a possibility, but it's kind of like, oh, that was nerve wracking. So we're really kind of debating what we're going to do the rest of the year. We've actually got one of my patrons coming in July, the first part of July, and I'm okay. Am I going to go? And then Craig is actually going to be out here in September for a couple days. And again, it's like, okay, I really want to go. So Echo Hollow, no Echo Hollow show. And a number of the things you're used to having, they aren't having or won't have. Anything that would bring people together, Silver Dollar City isn't doing. Even the shows, they've got the spacing done. In fact, they actually clarified on their Facebook page that the brand new show that they had last summer and the Swashbuckling Adventure, they're not doing this year because they can't do it with spacing for the performers. So, yeah, very, very interesting time. A couple personal announcements. My wife and I and my daughter will actually be out in Southern California the first week of August. We're actually heading out for her mother's birthday. Her mom's health is, and so we're trying to get in the visits while we can. At this point, if we do a park, it may be Magic Mountain, but I don't know. Oh, these are actually my cheap ones. Yeah, asking about the glasses. We might do Magic Mountain, but I'm kind of going. I'm waiting to see what happens when Six Flags St. Louis opens up here and seeing how things go. Because I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that at this point. So really kind of trying to take a measure and see if it's going to be safe or not. But yes, we will be in Southern California for a week in August, and I'm trying to find something to film that's going to be safe. So, and then September, I don't know, Craig, I'm going to spill the beans just a little bit here. Craig is actually coming in to town. I'm actually going to meet him up at Kansas City, and then we're going to go over to Marceline, which is one of the places that Walt Disney lived in for a few years. We're going to be staying overnight there, which should be a lot of fun. Poke around, not just of the Walt Disney history for me, but actually my great-grandparents both lived, and they actually both died in Marceline. So there's a little bit of family history I'm going to be going, ooh, got to get to. But I will be doing a video about that as well. So those are on tap. Still hoping for Japan next year. My daughter is still raising money for that. She will be going, and the hope and plan is to meet her there. And there's a couple other things in the works for next year as well. Is Southern California where Disneyland is? Yes. Last time I checked, Los Angeles and Anaheim were definitely in Southern California. Sorry, Jacob. Teasing a little bit. I would like to go to Disneyland. It's going to be an hour away. It'll be about 2 to 3 weeks after it opens. I'm not sure I trust the people at it. So, and that's kind of what I'm debating there. Will the cave tours at Silver Dollar City be open? No, they are not running cave tours. Anything that would be inside that would put people close together, Silver Dollar City is not doing. So no cave tours, no indoor shows. That's kind of the rule that they're operating at. Even the train robbery has been abbreviated, and I didn't get to ride, but I talked to a couple of the engineers, and what they're basically doing is the actual robbery itself, where they would come up to the train and rob everybody. They're not doing that. And then they've actually cut the show down. They've spaced the robbers and the conductor apart a little bit more, and so it's changed, and they said it's a much shorter show and different. So, when is Disneyland Resort opening? They actually just announced earlier today. I believe it's in July. Hang on just a second. Let me pull that up because I had it here and then I shut it down. Shame on me. Oh, Richter, thank you. Hope I stay safe. Yes, we're definitely planning. Hope for a vaccine by next year. Please. Yeah, we really, really would like to have a vaccine. Disneyland Park and California Adventure are planning to open July 17th with state and local government approvals. The hotels in the downtown Disney will be opening July 9th. They're hoping to have the parks opening on July 17th. We will see. So, let's see. Pools open. No pools around here. So, how's Disney Shanghai doing? Actually, China has started to see cases go up again. They had said that they completely eliminated it, and they're like around 40 new cases or something. So, let's see. Scary times, yes. Will the face masks on the robbers blend in? With the face masks on, the robbers can blend in with the guests at Silver Dollar City. Actually, the robbers are wearing their bandanas up as masks this year. So, yes. And yes, Rick Rat, I really hope you do get to go to Mickey's Not So Scary. It is an amazing event. It really is. So I have mail here. Oh, goodness. There were some other things I wanted to talk about, and I just went totally blank. Several of the Six Flags parks have still not announced openings. Most of the Cedar Fair parks have not announced openings yet. I think there's one or two, if I remember right, but I don't believe we have dates yet for Knott's Berry Farm. Cedar Point has a couple dates for pass holders, but they actually haven't said anything about the regular guests either. Do I think Disney could enforce spacing for fireworks? No, I don't. People don't listen to stuff like that. Goodness, you tell people they can't stand on the rails or in the planters or in the fountains to watch the fireworks or up on the stone walls. They don't pay attention. My goodness, they're not going to listen to spacing either. Is Myrtle Beach open? I have no idea on that one, Brian. Not sure. I do have a stack of mail that I'm going to go through here. So, you see, I've actually got a couple packages this time. So it should be fun. Sir Willow had a high school senior moment. High school? What t-shirt size do I wear? I like to think I wear a large. In truth, right now I'm a little better with an extra large. But I want to get myself back down to large size. With the heart issues, I put on some weight, and then of course all the shutdown. Yeah, I got my COVID-15. Did you? So, okay. Actually, the timing on this card is pretty funny. So, happy days, happy nights, happy marriage, happy life. And this is from Barry. And the reason I'm laughing about this is my anniversary is actually a week from today. Next Friday is my 26th anniversary with my wife. So thank you so much, Barry. That timing was perfect. That came out really good. I think it's sad how people don't listen, but I know you're right. The one thing, without getting political, that's really disappointed me is how many people just refuse to listen to other people right now. And like I said, even at Silver Dollar City, where they enforced masks, you couldn't get into the park without a mask. The number of people we saw walking around with their masks either pulled down or off was disappointing. Most people had them on. And then, there were a good number that had them off because they were eating or drinking. But yeah, it was really disappointing. And then, like I said, then we found out we had the exposure, and I was kind of going, that's why you wear the mask. And by the way, I do realize that masks don't protect the person wearing it. The reason you wear the mask is just in case you have something, then you might pass it on. So if everybody's wearing a mask and somebody goes to the park like this person did, it's going to help prevent exposure from that person because they've got the mask on. No fireworks. Actually, this is something I'm seeing is a lot of people aren't having, Disneyland's not having fireworks. The parks are not. However, I have found out there are some local places doing fireworks. Like this year, our church is doing stuff, which is amazing. We've actually got all sorts of things happening with that. So really excited about what's happening with that. Let's see. Hey, you guys, what's up, everybody? The sky is, but fireworks aren't. Okay. Having second thoughts on going to use my season pass for this year and transfer 2020 to 2021. If you're doubtful about visiting this year, Josh, yeah, there's probably nothing wrong with that. Silver Dollar City will do that automatically for you if you don't use your pass. But give them a little time to sort through everything, and they can do that for you. If I hadn't used mine already, and like I said, there's a couple other times we may still use ours, so I'm kind of going, yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with waiting a year to go to the parks. I really don't. Okay, so I do have the first package here from Barry with a card in it. Oh gosh. And my daughter's going to love this card. Isn't that cute? Let's see. Here's another Star Trek shirt for your collection. Because, you know, a man can never have enough shirts. Although, Ooh, this is really cool. Isn't that an awesome looking shirt? That looks great. Okay. How about that way? Yes, I'm a Trekkie. And no, I don't live with my parents. Although one of my kids lives with me. And by the way, I noticed Barry has this right. Trekkie. Trekkie, not Trekker. The Trekker thing is some new wave deal that started a few years back. You're like, no, I'm a Trekkie. Thank you so much, Barry. No, I did find out, what was it, a week or two ago, that I am not the shirt king. Not even close. But that there is actually somebody here in this chat channel right now that has, I believe the number was 450 t-shirts. Think about that. 450. Oh, and by the way, they're also the one that sent me this. I wish I could get these custom ordered, so you guys could order them. But yeah, that's an amazing shirt. But yeah, so let's see who can guess who that is. So, is he live? No, I'm Memorex. There's an old commercial for you. Yeah, I'm going to really show my age there. Do I think the new Silver Dollar City water ride would be postponed? No, they're actually, they have the lift done. They're testing it. In fact, in my video, I said that it's not done. They're still in construction, and then they went and tested it later on that day. So it will open up this summer. They definitely want to get it open, but yeah, so it's not getting delayed. Silver Dollar City wants that done so they can start using it. So, let's see. So I can see, one or two people. Trucker just sounds like somebody mispronouncing trucker. So I did get this other package a couple weeks ago, and we had ordered a few things off, and so I got this, and it just said my name on it, didn't say Sir Willow, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I opened up and realized it wasn't something I had ordered, but it's something I absolutely love. And there was no tag in it, no note about who sent it or who it's from. So I am guessing that this is from a viewer. So if this is from one of you, let me know, because this is an awesome book. I don't know if I had it on my wish list or not. I might have. But this is just an amazing book about the history of Silver Dollar City. So I'm very much looking forward to reading it, but I've had it sitting here going, I gotta make sure to thank whoever it is. So, oh my gosh, dog. Oh, excuse me. My dog just really bad. Ah. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Yeah, then she looks up at me and goes, you dumb dog. So let's see. Craig remembers those commercials. Yes, it's a lot of shirts. And yes, Craig is the guilty one. So, do I like theatrical cartoons? Aren't most of Disney's cartoons theatrical ones? I love them. So, by the way, if I do look kind of weird, because you see me catching this way, the chat and stuff is actually on my screen that's right up there. And so I'm kind of looking at the chat and then trying to remember, oh yeah, camera, get my spots the right way. So you are still about 5 years older than me. Great. Craig just called me old. I have ways, Craig. George, I know they've claimed this wasn't the time to fix the Disco Yeti. Do you think now that some restrictions are lifted and they can get it in and out? Nope. Nope. Aaron, the Yeti's not going to be fixed. Joe Rose made it very clear that is not in the plans because it is not a simple, quick fix. It is something where the foundations and the structure that hold it in place, there are parts of it that start to crack. So it isn't just a matter of pulling the Yeti out. It's rebuilding that whole part of the mountain and the foundation to hold it. It's not happening. Sorry, you are not going to see Moving Yeti come back. It's just, while Joe Brody would like to do it, a lot of people would like to see it. The money that it would cost to tear that whole thing out and rebuild it so it could work properly is absolutely not worth it. They're not going to get the return on investment. You're never going to see it happen again. Even though they would love to do it, it won't happen. So, Fantasy Apprentice, thank you so much for tuning in from Norway. Have a good night's sleep. So, but yeah, sorry, not going to see Disco Yeti, or not going to see any change to Disco Yeti. Would I recommend Wonderworks? We absolutely had a blast. If you watch my video, you can see, and we didn't even do necessarily everything there. So, yeah, we had a really good time. Let's see, I'm kind of double checking a couple things. I saw the stutter there. I think actually that was my streaming program, not my internet, but I look okay there. So, but yeah, we very much enjoyed Wonderworks. Do I have a Marineland Canada map? No, I do not. I would love to get one of those. That would be cool. Light a match, Cirillo goes kaboom. No, it would be my dog going kaboom. Let's see here. So let me get another card here. This is also for Barry. You the man. Let's see. The old man, but still the man. Thanks, Barry. That'll cost you a shirt. Oh, wait, you already sent me one. Oh, let's see. 2ET hasn't fully opened up yet, but on the 13th and tomorrow they have to sell at the general store. Yeah, hopefully you'll see some more opening up, and I just hope people start taking it serious here. Emmett, awesome to hear that you had a great day at Silver Dollar City. That's great. Zootopia. Yes, Brian K., we do like Zootopia. Let's see. Aren't all t-shirts. Okay, Craig, we'll let you have your excuse. Let's see. Still accepting stories for your personal trips? Yes. In fact, Robert, that's a good thing to mention, is that, yes, I've got about 4 stories for the next one, but please, if you've got a good story, send it my way. Oh, Barry's just laying it on here, so one more card from Barry. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Happy Father's Day to the only guy truly qualified to pilot this crazy ship. Fast enough for you, old man. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. So since we're talking about videos, yes, still accepting stories for the one. Expected to be a couple weeks, but here's a couple previews for you. One that is coming up, hopefully Monday. It may slip to Wednesday. I actually got a deal from a company that makes projectors. And they actually sent me a free projector to test out and evaluate. So I don't often do product reviews and stuff, but you will see one of those come out next week. And then still working on my Park Tales. I will have that. And then coming up in a couple of weeks as well, I'm actually going to be updating and refreshing the backdrop in my office. And so I figured, hey, as I put all this stuff in, why not have a little fun? And actually I had a couple people suggest this, to show what I'm putting in and where it's going and what's going on. So as I refresh the backdrop, I will actually shoot a video of the refreshing and what's going up on the shelf so you can see those a little bit closer. So it should be a lot of fun. Love the Behind the Curtain CM videos. Thank you for showing us another side of the magic. You are welcome. And if you like those, please definitely send me your ideas. If you have not seen my anniversary video that came out yesterday, go watch it. Shame on you. This video took me 2 months to produce through all sorts of stuff. So please definitely go check it out. But I definitely would like to have your input on what else you would like me to talk about from behind the scenes. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of things I don't know. I didn't work security, so I can't tell you about the security procedures and stuff, for example. But if it's something I can talk about that doesn't violate any of my non-disclosure agreements and stuff, I will be happy to. But after 4 years, I've covered a lot of what I would think of off the top of my head. So your ideas, your suggestions are hugely valuable. So please don't hesitate to send it to me as a note on Facebook or an email, sirwillow@gmail.com, things like that. Things like that. Love to hear your ideas. And as we do more, as I get some questions, if it's not something I can do a whole video on, I can always put a few together. Can I make more movies about Alfie and Ralphie? What would you like to know, Fantasy Apprentice? What about them? So it's easier for me if you give me a more specific question. If you say, well, what was your favorite robbery? What was the strangest thing you were given as a robbery? Okay, there's a more specific thing. Well, I can tell you about some really odd things we were given. So the more specific you're able to do, the easier it is for me to do. So, hey, Brian, I am doing good. If I chose the next Disney park, where would it be? I'll be honest, I kind of like the number of parks they have now. I don't know what they need anymore. And I know I'm probably weird in that. Even for me, having a Shanghai and a Hong Kong is almost too close. So, in the case of Disney, I like fewer. Yeah, so... do the stories have to be from workers? No. If you have a fantastic story about what an employee did for you, send it my way. Do they have to be from Disney? Six Flags, Cedar Fair, theme park related, but pretty much any theme park. So, let's see here. Let's see. Loved anniversary video, especially love that you did the Silver Dollar City conductor reel with the Walt Disney World Railroad. Actually, we had actually planned that. At one point, I had all these different ideas for filming really silly, goofy things for my 30th subscriber, or 30,000 subscribers, and had filmed a couple segments for that when I was at Walt Disney World last, and that was actually one of them. And then realized, you know what, I don't know when I'm going to get 30,000 subs, and I don't want to sit on this forever. So I put it in there for that. But yeah, they had the train parked at Magic Kingdom. It wasn't rolling anywhere, so you could stand right in front of the engine. I'm like, well, hey, why not? Let's do this. It'd be a lot of fun. So, oh, I cheated and asked the first favorite question tonight. How old are Ralphie and Alfie? Well, they are however old they are when they're out there. Alfie and Ralphie have appeared to be anywhere from around 20 all the way up over 70 years old. They have this amazing ability to constantly change their ages. It's pretty cool. Have I ever got a headache, dizziness near Jungle Cruise? Nope, never have. My suggestion is anything you haven't shared. Yeah, but Smiley Bunny, I don't know what I haven't shared. So that's why I asked for the ideas. Let's see. It just kind of, let's see. I thought just something. How could someone say I will hunt you down and kill you? You would be surprised some of the comments I get, Mr. Higginbottom. I read some of the comments. I have gotten much worse than those. And I've gotten some very unfamily friendly ones, which I did not share. But yeah, some of the people, there are people out there that they think it makes them cool if they can say stuff online that they would never say in person. It doesn't make you cool. It just makes you immature. So, Aaron is talking about my Giants show out of Silver Dollar City. Yep. Back when the San Francisco Giants are playing the St. Louis Cardinals in the playoffs. And while I really don't follow baseball anymore, I have to admit that particular deal was rough because if I do have a baseball team, it's the San Francisco Giants. And living in St. Louis Cardinals territory was interesting. Okay, so this is kind of fun. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I have a package here from Vincent Wesolowski. See if I can answer this right. And he's got tape on here in such a way I can't get it open. So I'm working on the tape. Let's see. Brazil would be interesting. I'd love to go to Brazil. There's so many different places I would love to go. I really would. What is the strangest thing you got when I was robbing? Okay, I actually did a video about bad things to give a train robber. And actually, the strangest thing, I can't say I got. my boss, my lead, got it while robbing. And let's just say it turned into a rather interesting show when, let's just say a woman gave him an item of feminine nature. And it just got very interesting from there. Yeah. So, but I've been given food. We had one lady we called the Cookie Lady, who would bring us out cookies, and so we would get baggies of cookies from her, homemade. We knew who she was, so we knew that they were good and safe, and that's why there is a picture of me eating my cookies in the middle of the robbery. Got funnel cakes, got rocks, got toys, got handed a baby one time. Don't give the robbers your baby. So I did do a video about some of the funny things, but yes, there were a couple things I don't mention in it. Is the pizza Rizzo really that bad? I don't know. I haven't eaten there. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, chat's fast tonight. We've got 63 people, but people are talkative. I'm like, I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to get this thing open. I will get it open. You will obey me. Let's see. Have I seen Thomas on the Magic Railroad? My kids used to watch Thomas all the time when they were young. Haven't watched it in quite a while, though. Let's see. That just skirted really close to. When are you going to? Yeah, I know. You just saw I was live. Val, you need to pay attention. I posted on Facebook a week ago. Pretty close to a week ago. Posted yesterday on Facebook and YouTube again, letting everybody know. Let's see. How do I think Disney stopped selling gum at MCO Airport? Disney never sold gum at MCO Airport. So the airport made the decision there. Disney has never sold gum. Period. They don't do it. So, and that dates all the way back to Walt. Do I think Alfie and Ralphie have kids? Goodness, I hope not. Although their ma sometimes looks like young enough to be their child, but my girlfriend and I we got pregnant. Ooh, okay. Erickson, definitely send me a note on the side later, and would love to chat with you about that. Definitely will be praying with you. Okay. But yeah, send me a note on the side, and that way I can talk a little more personal with you. So, and don't worry, I'm not going to smack you with the baseball bat. From what I'm seeing there, it looks like you're already doing that. So, let's see. You got an air hose on top of your head. Yes, I did get that. So, no, okay. Don't mean the lady handed you something dirty. No, it was not dirty. I can definitely say that. So, okay, so got a package here. Let's see. Greetings, George. I hope you and your family and parish are doing well and staying healthy. Thank you. It just dawned on me that the Empress Lily pin is not your typical Walt Disney World pin that you received today. It's more like the celebration pin that Walt Disney World gives out. Hope you were not too disappointed. Oh goodness, I'm not disappointed with anything people send me. And let me show you what Vince sent me. He actually had let me know ahead of time that this is coming. But this is something you cannot get anymore. Because it doesn't exist anymore. That is the Empress Lily. It is the old Paddle Wheel restaurant. It is what now is Disney Springs. And yes, it's been remodeled and changed a little bit. So that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Vince. I appreciate it. That's just awesome. Let's see. Did I ever have to run really fast past people to get a photo at Disney? Yes, I did, actually. There were a couple times I did, and it's when I was shooting pictures and somebody would say something like, "He's proposing!" Okay, to a PhotoPass photographer, that is like sirens going off. Here's your card, where? Excuse me, and running, trying to get the moment before it's over. So yes, I absolutely did run a couple of times for that. The other time that I ran, I did a video about magic moments, and let me pull up that link for you here, and I can drop it into the chat box. But one of the things that we did was we would shoot the marching bands. And to do that, we would actually we would be by the Liberty Square Bridge, the bridge that goes from the castle to Liberty Square. We would shoot on one side of the hub as the band came by. We would then kind of jog around the hub a little bit to catch the band again as it would go by. And then we would literally run all the way up Main Street to beat the band to the other end of Main Street to be able to get the pictures again. Hopefully by the flagpole if we could get to it, and then by the fire station. So yes, we absolutely had a spot where we ran like mad to be able to get those pictures. It was nuts. But it was a lot of fun too. Weird question. Do I eat hot dogs at the parks? Yes. In fact, if you watch my Disneyland Paris video, you can actually, that's the very first thing we do in it is have a hot dog. Here is the Magic Moments photographer video for you. And it'll talk about running up the street as well as some of the other really neat things that we got to shoot. Did run as part of the flag retreat also, which was very cool. Is Mickey and Minnie married? No. Nope. They are not. Mickey has never given her a ring. He has never proposed. Minnie has given him a dog. That's where Pluto came from. But no, they are not married. There was one interview where somebody asked Walt if they were married, and he said, well, I think they are. And then he actually went and retreated that back later and said, no, they've never been married. And official Disney status is no, they are not married. So there's a good answer for you. And then Barry sent me an envelope with another card in it, a dark card with a bump in it. That's interesting. So, what kind of gun shoots the blanks at the Alfie Ralphie show? When I was working at Silver Dollar City, we used a real 20 gauge shotgun. Nothing fake about it. What we had done was we had actually taken an insert and put it into the shotgun shell side, and that would then hold the equivalent of a 22 gauge bullet as opposed to a shell. And that way we could actually use gunpowder cartridges for it, but it was a real 20 gauge shotgun. Right after I left, because the gun wore out, they replaced one with a 410, which is a very small caliber rifle, and it sounded like a pop gun. And then they dumped that, and I don't know what they're doing now. I don't know if they're even using guns. They were trying to get away from that, which is sad. Did the conductor ever stumble? I'm guessing you mean stumble when he ran after Ralphie. Yep. As a conductor, I fell flat on my face twice. Face plant. That was real fun. Another card from Barry here. Happy Father's Day. And these things all pop up so you can kind of see that's what I was feeling in it. Celebrating a great guy and a fantastic dad. Boy, Barry, you got all these cards covered. And notice, of course, it's got the shirt. Let's see. Cannot stand unsweet tea. Oh, way too bitter. See, I'm just the opposite, Jonah. I can't do sweet tea. I've never been able to do it. Give me some good old-fashioned black Lipton with a twist of lemon in it. That's good. Let's see. What was the strangest or silliest thing strangest thing I've seen? Oh, goodness. Where? When? I've seen some awfully strange things in various times and places. So, according to Disney Family Values, Mickey and Minnie are married. I'm not familiar with Disney Family Values. If they're married, why do they have separate homes? Because if you go to the parks, they've got separate homes. If you watch the cartoons, they have separate homes. They don't live together. They're not married. Disney Family Values? Who is this? I gotta find out what you're... I don't even see anything called Disney Family Values. Rachel, if you could send me a link to that. But the official Disney stand is they are not married, have never been married, and outside of the one interview with Walt, Disney has never claimed they're married. Like I said, they're completely separate and everything else. So, do I think they'll marry? No. It's half the fun of it. So, do I think they'll bring back a proper shotgun with the bigger gun at Silver Dollar City? Nope. Doubt it. Really do. Have I ever visited Louisiana? Yes. The theme park in Baton Rouge? No. Have not been to any parks in Louisiana. I've driven through it. That was enough. So, let's see here. What do I think of Universal's third park concept art? You mean Volcano Bay? It looks awfully cool. Unless you're talking about the other one. Well, we'll see how that turns out. That's going to be a wait and see. Concept art is always an interesting thing. It's always subject to change. Let's see. Favorite food to eat at theme parks? I like Mexican food. Any place I go, Mexican food will win my heart. So that's usually what I look for. And then if it's not Mexican, then I go for barbecue. No. Yeah, neither one of which is cheap. Yeah, Earl Grey lemonade or Earl sandwich. That is an interesting drink. It really is. That's good. Have I visited St. Louis? Vista Gamer. Okay, go to my channel, look for the search box, type in St. Louis, and you'll see the St. Louis Zoo and Six Flags St. Louis and the Arch and a number of other things in St. Louis. Nope, can't say I've ever been there. Okay, got another package here from Barry. Oh, by the way, if you're having fun with this tonight, I do need to make another little announcement that the plan is to end this in about 20 minutes or so, but we will not be done live streaming tonight. If you have seen those couple times where my family and some of our friends have gotten together and we have played some of those online games and allowed the viewers to be part of the audience, we're going to do that tonight, starting at about 8:30 or so once we can get everything set up. And so this live stream will end, and then you will see another live stream start at about that time. And you are welcome to come on. We'll give you the information to be able to sign in as part of the audience, which means you get to not just watch the live stream, but you actually get to participate in a limited way in the game and influence the outcome. They're a lot of fun. We're going to have a blast with that tonight. So that's going to be coming up in about 45, 50 minutes or so. So let's see here. Okay, got a couple things from Barry, and then, yeah, you guys are going to keep me busy with all of this stuff. So there's a package here. I've got 3 things in it, so let me do the card first. Have I visited the National Museum of Transportation? No, I have not been there yet. At some point. Did I see the pictures of the Nintendo Land theme park? Yes. It definitely looks cool. It'll be very interesting. Do I think Mickey wouldn't like it if I gave Minnie a ring? Josh, here's what I can tell you about that. You are going to get some great interactions. Some very memorable stuff. We had more fun when somebody would try to give Minnie a ring, or we would have an engaged couple or a newly married couple come in and start harassing Mickey about giving Minnie a ring and why he hasn't done it yet. And you're going to have if Minnie and Mickey are feeling good, you're going to have an incredibly fun interaction. We loved being able to do that just because it was so much fun. This is a very cool card. Check this one out. Okay. Now, what you may not hear, you should be able to hear that. Trying to see if this one actually moves. It's got the 3D effect, and yeah, there's a little bit of movement in the back there. So, very cool card. And it says, Fatherhood. You're just the man for the mission. Thanks for taking all it takes to be a truly amazing dad. Barry is like totally spoiling me here for Father's Day. And there's 2 things here. So we've got another shirt. Let's see. There we go. That one's... It's a Dalek. Exterminate. I can't do the voice right. But very cool. He sends me the coolest Doctor Who and Star Trek and other stuff. And then there's also... Oh my... Okay, let me... There is also a Doctor Who tie. Now, I don't get to wear ties very often, but when I do, I love wearing fun stuff like this. So that is really, really cool. Thank you, Barry. Exterminate. Fun, fun, fun. If you don't know about Doctor Who, you really need to learn about Doctor Who. It's a lot of fun. May have kissed Minnie at Disneyland Paris. Please don't kill me, Mickey. Which Magic Kingdom mountain is the top mountain in your opinion? What is my favorite Disney coaster? Ooh, that's a couple good questions. At Magic Kingdom, I would probably say Splash Mountain is my favorite, followed by Big Thunder and then Space Mountain. However, Space Mountain at Disneyland, I think, is a better coaster than the one at Magic Kingdom. Big Thunder at Paris is the best Big Thunder. But my favorite overall Disney coaster, oh, that's actually tough. I love Space Mountain at Disney Paris. It was amazing. But Expedition Everest is right there as well. just both great coasters there. So I would say either Expedition Everest or Space Mountain at Disney Paris. Uh, Great coasters. Okay, so favorite picture we used to do of Mickey and or Minnie at Disney that you won't be allowed to do anymore thanks to COVID. We used to do one where if we had two young ladies, or with Minnie, it would be two guys, we would get the mouse in the middle, doing a pose like something like that, and then we would have them give a kiss on each cheek. That one I can pretty much guarantee isn't going to happen anymore. But it was a lot of fun to be able to do that, especially Mickey with the two girls, because Mickey looked like he was blushing, and it was a great pose. But yeah, you won't see that one anymore. Do I remember Starcade, Star Wars Arcade? Yes, I do. And I remember going through the line for Space Mountain at Disneyland and having the giant X-Wing that you could see in the arcade through the window. That was awesome. That X-Wing was there for a long time. But let's see. Winston-Salem has some great Mexican places. Now, Jonah, you have to remember, I'm from California originally. I lived in Southern California for years. I attended a bilingual church for 6 years in Southern California that most of them were Mexican. We had real Mexican food. So I'm very picky on my Mexican. Missouri, it took us 3 years almost before we found a place here that I thought was good. Well, a couple decent ones, but so. Rachel, no, Amber's envelope has not arrived yet. I'm not sure why. It should have been here by now. Because I remember you asking me about that a few days ago. I don't know why that's not here. I don't know. Need to double check the address. Make sure that we got the right address there. Because that should have been here by now. Don't know why. Can a girl give Mickey a ring? I have seen that. And yes, it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, don't hesitate to bring in gifts, even if it's something like that. Let's see. Did that TV shirt come from Scarro? Doctor Who reference if you don't know. Let's see. Try to catch up here because there's so much. You guys are going way ahead of me, which is awesome. Let's see. Oh, what's your favorite Mickey Mouse cartoon? Okay, so Timothy, hey, we got quite a ways here actually before we started doing the favorite thing. Most of the time I do not pick favorites because it's very hard for me to pick favorites out of so many things. But a Mickey Mouse cartoon, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Although Steamboat Willie is right there. Mickey and the Beanstalk. Oh, goodness. See, this is why I don't pick favorites, because it's like, there's just too many. So, one of the favorites of you and Minnie is Minnie giving you a smooch. We've got one of Minnie giving my son a kiss. In fact, let me see if I can pull this up. He hates this photo. Absolutely hates this photo. But it's such an awesome picture. Let's see if I can get this. And that way I can pull it up and let you guys see it. Where is it? Joseph's favorite picture ever. Oh, that's Amber's. It's not going to be with Amber. It's going to be Joseph. Let's see. Because, I mean, Minnie will do some wonderful pictures. And I don't see it now. Of course, now that I want to show it off, that's why I can't find it. Where is this picture? This is really odd, because I know right where it is, and I can't spot it on here. Oh, that was right here. Okay. Let me try something. And I'm honestly not sure why it's not showing up. That's really weird. I've got my whole program here indexed where it should be able to find pictures for me nice and easy. And it's not pulling that one up. Oh, there it is. Finally found it. Okay. Here is Joseph's favorite picture ever. There it is. He hates that photo. Absolutely hates that photo. He's told me before, please delete it. Nope, sorry, Joseph. Okay. Do I think the conductor's the father of Alfie and Ralphie? No. Nope. Nope. They wouldn't be so willing to shoot him. They're not related. Disavowing and struggling with favorites has brought balance back to the force. Get your son in here and show him the picture. My son lives in his own place 45 minutes away. So I can't just make him come in here. It doesn't work that way. So sorry. He's got his own life. He's an adult. They're both adults. My kids aren't around as much as I'd like. So let's see. For the art they made for Avengers Campus, there's a crane. You think it would be to throw a robot of stunt doubles to make it Spider-Man? It is not going to be stunt doubles. If you have heard about Spider-Man flying over Avengers Campus, they actually have, I don't want to say an animatronic, but it is essentially a robot that knows how to get tossed, fly, do somersaults, and land in a net. There's actually video that Disney has released of the prototype doing it. And that's what it's going to be, is it's going to be a robot flying over Avengers Campus. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. So, but yes, there's video footage out there of it. Let's see. Is Amber still going to Japan? Yes. We do not know when. Because with everything going on, it's kind of on hold. She is, I want to say she's halfway on her fundraising. So she's still got half to go. And it's been very hard for her to be able to get opportunities to raise funds because of everything being shut down and closed. So, but if you haven't heard about that, if you go to my Facebook page, my personal one, there is a link to her page on it. But yeah, she's still raising funds and hoping to be able to get there this year. And the plan, if I can save enough money, is for me to go pick her up at the end of her 6-month tour and then go to Tokyo Disney and some other stuff as well. In fact, I'm actually starting a job with the census to try to raise some money for that because I don't have money for it otherwise. So I'm hoping in a couple months of working for the census, I can get enough money put away to do it. But yeah, she is still definitely planning that. Daughter's good in South Korea. Hopefully things clear up where your daughter can get over to Tokyo Disney. I hope. Let's see. So I got one more package here from Drew, and then I'm going to try to catch up on all of these other things here while we wrap up. So this is from Drew Palmquist, who is up in South Dakota. This is, Dear Sir Willow, as you may know, I write for a website on my local history. While looking for books, I ran across a book on the Lake of the Ozarks and instantly thought of you. Continue to enjoy the videos, especially the ones for the roadside attractions. Would like to see more of that. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yes, I've actually seen this and went, oh, that would be an awesome book to do. So, thank you so much, Drew. I'm actually looking forward to reading that one. And by the way, if you've never picked these up, there's actually not a whole lot of reading, most of them, but they're these awesome pictures from the past that just show you what things were like and progressing through time. They're great books. And the roadside attractions, with all the COVID stuff, we're actually looking at trying to do some more of those kinds of things. We're looking at a couple in Southern California to try to hit on the trip, especially if we don't get to Magic Mountain. We're actually going to try to get over to the Laura Ingalls Wilder home here, and we film over there. So we're trying to hit some more of these other places that we haven't really done, and get some opportunities to be able to get in and check them out. So that's kind of the hope there. So did I ever go to Legoland? Yes, we've been to the one in California. I have not done a video on it. I've talked about it a few times, but I definitely need to see if I can't try and do a video. But we went when the kids were little, so it's been, let's see, probably 2003, I think. So it's been a long time. So, what's your favorite train robbery that's not the one at Silver Dollar City? Knott's Berry Farm. Love Knott's Berry Farm. They may not be doing it there either, because there's the robbers would actually come down the middle of the cars, and I don't know if that's going to work under current circumstances. Of course, they got to get the park open too. So, let's see. Trying to figure out the most unusual museum I visited. I don't know. I have to think about that one a bit. So, south of the border. Oh my goodness. That's probably one of the wackiest places I have stopped at. I'm not even sure what to make of this. Okay, if y'all want to see one of the craziest, strangest roadside attractions you are ever going to find, there is this place called South of the Border. Whoops, not that one. This one. There we go. And it is in South Carolina. If you saw Napoleon Dynamite, his vote for Pedro, that's where the shirt comes from. Is this crazy place here? And it's all tourist trap stop, and they've got an amusement park that I don't know if it's ever actually been open. It looked terrible and tacky, and just not good. I mean, even the roller coaster. Let's see. There you go. The front of the roller coaster. It was weird. It was definitely weird. That may be up there. So, let's see. Hoping to make a custom model of Frisco Silver Dollar Line 4. Ooh, that would be amazing. I would love to see photos of that. So, and Tweety merch would be awesome too. Let's see. Can I go to a state park or more zoos or museums? We've actually tried to cover the museums or the zoos here. And we'll be back at the local one too. As far as us museums, we're going to hit some. I can't promise which ones. We actually did the huge Bass Pro Shop Aquarium and Natural History Museum a couple years ago. So that is there. The thing with museums, if it's an actual museum, it's awkward to film in because people are looking at the exhibits and displays. We did do the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter. We did Wonderworks. We've done a few of the others. And like I said, we may see some more of those if I can work out admissions. Money is always the challenge there. So, Fantasy Apprentice, you must have missed my answer. No, the conductor is not Ralphie and Alfie's dad. Conductor is not related to Ralphie and Alfie. Conductor is just the conductor. So, if I could change the Robbery show at Silver Dollar City, what would you do and what jokes would you use? I would bring back Ma. I would bring back the shotgun. I would bring back the ability to do impromptu. There's a few other things I probably can't really say. There's a lot of things that we did when I was there that I wish they would do again, but under current circumstances, they won't. So, I'd bring back Rick. I miss Rick. Oh, I miss Rick. But event I'm going to didn't get canceled. Southeast Old Threshers reunion. That sounds different. Keep going past Myrtle Beach. Go to the highway and drive toward Florida. You will see it. South of the border, if you are on I think it's 95. You can't miss it. There are signs for 100 miles each direction for it. You really can't miss the thing. It's a place to stop at once just to say you stop there and then say, okay, I'm never going to go there again. Keep me excited in times for theme park visits again the next year. Yeah. And like I said, I may get a couple in, but any plans to ride the Branson Scenic Railway at some point? I would love to ride the Branson Scenic Railway. It's not cheap. And that's basically the only reason that we have not done it is because of the cost. And unfortunately, with a lot of the rail trips, they're not real cheap. But let's see here. Their basic tickets are... Oh, I'm just trying to pull up a price here. It's $30 an adult to ride the Branson Scenic Railway for a couple hours. And it's like, oh. So our budget, unfortunately, doesn't provide $120 for 2 hours. So that's the biggest reason that we have not done it. I'd love to. I absolutely would love to. I'd love to go ride Amtrak again and stuff like that. But it just has not worked out. We've actually, just for kicks, we've looked at what it would take to take Amtrak, drive up to Kansas City and take Amtrak out to Southern California and back. And because I love things like that. But yeah. Let's see. Dollywood or Silver Dollar City? Actually, if I had the choice, I would go to Dollywood. I like Silver Dollar City, but Dollywood is bigger. Dollywood has more. It has most of what you could find at Silver Dollar City, you will find at Dollywood. Silver Dollar City, I don't know if Dollywood has a saloon show. So Silver Dollar City would get points there. Silver Dollar City has the cave. Dollywood does not have a train Robbery, but their engine is amazing. And then I don't think Dollywood has the Homestead Pickers or anything like that. But as far as rides and everything else, Dollywood wins. And then I love the Ozarks, but the Smokies, drive down to Gatlinburg. Oh my goodness, one of the prettiest areas we've been. So yeah, I would take that. So Holy Land Experience is closing down. Yes, they are. They were right after I published my video about them. Then they announced that they were starting to go bankrupt and were closing a bunch of stuff, and this has finished them off. I don't know what the plan is for things like the Scriptorium. I'm imagining they may sell it, but yeah, it's pretty much gone. Let's see. Miss Rick 2. I really miss Rick. Do I ever go to Titanic Museum? I have been to the Titanic Museum here in Branson, and they basically have a please don't film policy, which is why I have not done a video. I need to talk to them again about the possibility of coming in and actually doing a video, but they generally don't like pictures and stuff inside the building. So, but I have been to it. It's a neat museum. It really is. So they're actually on my list of people I want to try and talk to. Do I see Disney prices lowering? No. Doesn't matter pandemic or anything else. Nope. The one thing with the pandemic, yes, crowds are going to be lower, but they're limiting the crowd, so it balances out for them. They're going to have more demand than what they can fulfill with the pandemic right now. And then as the pandemic clears, everybody else is going to want to go pouring back in again. Disney has no reason to lower prices at all unless they are at full operation and nobody is going. That is the only time you will see prices lower at Disney, is if they can run full out, everything's going, and they're only getting 10,000 people a day. Then they'll lower prices. That's not going to happen. So, what do I think of Legoland? I love it. The Florida Legoland we went to before it was Legoland. It was still Cypress Gardens. That is actually another thing I want to do a video on at some point, because Cypress Gardens was absolutely loved. Like what Legoland has done with it. But we went to the one in California when my kids were little, and thought it was a great park. Do I see Disney expanding into Canada? Nope. Too cold. Disney wants to be open year-round, and that is not possible in Canada. Too cold. That's why they won't go into the northern states. Even Virginia was pushing it a little bit with the winter. They will never go someplace that they have to close for several months in winter. They want to be able to open year-round. And with Canada, with the temperatures and everything, that's not going to happen. So we are at 8 o'clock here. You guys have so many questions. So here's what I'm going to ask you all to do. If you've got more questions, I know I didn't get anywhere near all of them. There's a number of different things that people are asking. Send me a question through either Facebook Messenger, through the Sir Willow page. You can email me at sirwillow@gmail.com. And things like that. I'll try and go back through the chat. I can't promise, but definitely send me your notes because I want to be able to catch all of these I can. The Facebook is probably the best way to do it. Ooh, that's a nice freeze right there. But that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'd love to hear your questions. I'm going to take a break here for about 30 minutes. We're going to wrap this one up, and then we will actually be on again in about 30 minutes where y'all can join in as the participants and the active audience in our game, which will be a whole lot of fun. So it should be a great deal for you. So keep watching the channel here in about 30 minutes and see if you can pop up. Would Silver Dollar City replace the current Robbery show with Cowboys? No, because the Cowboys are not Ozark. The robbers are hillbillies for a reason, because there was a real Alfie Bolin who lived in the area. They're based on reality, believe it or not. So, whew, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for everybody being here. Thank you for the awesome mail and gifts. And hopefully we'll look forward to seeing you in about 30 minutes. I can't promise I'll be able to do a whole lot of questions during that, although I will try. But we kind of start focusing on the game, so I'll try to do what I can with questions and answers then too. And we're going to get our group together here and get ready to have some fun. So thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for being with me tonight. Have an awesome evening, and hopefully we'll see some of you here in just a little bit.